This video is going to be changing the fuel filter in this truck, 2005 Dodge Ram 3500 with a diesel engine. Do you know how to open your hood? Pull that and then do this. This engine's very dirty. I used to, at lunch at work, I would go out with WD-40 and clean my engine and engine compartment, but I don't go to work anymore. So it's gotten very, very dirty. I may clean it today. Your fuel filter is right here. Before I do anything else, I'm going to disconnect the battery tender. This thing stays on a battery tender because it has two expensive 12-volt batteries. So I like to keep them on a tender so they're always topped off. The next thing I'm going to do is take a paintbrush and a toothbrush and clean this thing off and clean all around here so I don't knock any dust into the fuel canister after I pull the filter out. I did that. I'm going to go fire my compressor up and come in here and blow this area off really good. Next, we're going to hook this hose right here, this clear hose, up to the fuel filter. I just fed that hose down. It's going way down to the concrete down there. This end of the hose hooks up here on the fuel filter. This is the other end of the hose, and it terminates in here. This thing has a bunch of diesel fuel in it from the last time I did this. See the yellow valve? I just opened it and nothing came out, maybe because this thing has been parked for 2 weeks and hasn't been run, but I'll just leave it plugged in there while I pull the top of that fuel filter. See the hex on top of the fuel filter cap? This is a 1 1/8 inch socket, and I'm going to loosen this guy. Yeah. See, this area is a little cleaner now that I blew it off. So I loosened it up with the ratchet. Now I can finish unscrewing this by hand. Here comes some fuel. Trying to let it drain as much as possible. And out she comes. Do you think I can separate that filter from that piece without splashing diesel fuel all over my beautiful motorcycle parts? I don't think I can do that, so I covered them up. It's been a while. There we go. It does just snap off of here. I just did it, and I did manage to spray diesel fuel all over, so I put it back on there. And it will come off just like that. Here's the new filter. I'll put a link for this down below in the description. I buy these on Amazon. I buy the oil filters on Amazon also. There is a top and a bottom to this oil filter. This recessed part is the top. This is upside down right now, so the top is on the bottom. Oh, you know what? Before we do this, why don't we get the new O-ring out and replace it. Old O-ring, new O-ring. Old fuel filter, new fuel filter. It looks like that right now with the fuel filter removed. It feels like cross-threaded. That feels better. That'd be horrible to strip that or cross thread it. I guess the plastic cap would be replaced, or it's pretty easily replaced. I hand tightened that as much as I could. I got it pretty snug. Before I do anything else, I'm going to close this valve. There we go. I could take the hose off, but I'll leave it on for a minute. Next, we need to turn the ignition on. Off. That fuel canister is empty, so the fuel pump is running and it's priming that canister. It's filling it up. Need to open some windows too. It's hot in here. How about that? I left this clear hose on here so I could come down here and check to see if it's pumping fuel. It's not. That's just leftover fuel from earlier. Now we disconnect the hose and pull it out from the bottom and let it drip into the rock quarry. That's it for that video. I'm going to change the oil now and do a video on that, which might prove to be interesting because I'm going to install this, which will make future oil changes much easier.